What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, man, I'm going to do a little wrap up on this Lomachenko versus Pedraza fight and do a comparison of the treatment of Lomachenko versus Deontay Wilder by U.S. media, and specifically by a guy that I think really does stand out as one of the greater hypocrites in boxing, egomaniac hypocrites in Teddy Atlas. So, as we know, and congratulations to Lomachenko, man. He took a step closer towards unifying. It's the first time he's unified belts, and that's absolutely great accomplishment. Congratulations to him by beating Jose Pedraza in a fight that I believe that Vasyl Lomachenko won. But there was a scorecard of 119 to 109. 119 to 109. Now, if anybody watched that fight, it is hard. I'm not sure. Is that one round with the two knockdowns? What is that? Maybe one round that ref found to give to Jorge Linares? Well, me and Vasyl Lomachenko's eyes disagree with that. Now, my stance on this is to respect the judges. And if you don't, as long as you are okay with the outcome of a fight, or I'm okay with an outcome of a fight, I'm not really going to light into the judges too bad, because the judges are the ones that are judging the fight. And, I believe you should accept that. I accepted that for Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn. I accepted it for Canelo Alvarez 1. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin 1. I accepted it with Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather Jr. when Canelo Alvarez got a draw on that card somehow. I accepted it with Canelo Alvarez Israel Lara. I accepted it with, I think I said Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao, and I accepted it with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Teddy Atlas, though. And then it seems when people treat certain fighters in the media treats certain fighters in this way. When you're okay with the outcome, you don't have an issue with the cards. But when you don't like the outcome, then whatever judge you disagree with the most needs to be run out of the sport. Vasyl Lomachenko did not look dominant against Jose Pedraza. In my opinion, of the first 10 rounds, there was not one round of the first 10 rounds that either one of them won convincingly. So, in my opinion, to give Vasyl Lomachenko all of those rounds up to 10, you had to have started in your mind that Jose Pedraza was going to have to do something special in order to get that round. And if Jose Pedraza didn't do anything particularly special, then that round was going to go to Lomachenko by default. Now, mind you, Lomachenko and Jose Pedraza are both lightweight champions. But somehow, I think it was Tom, the guy's first name is Tom. I'm not even going to go through that. But I think it's Tom Schreck. And the score was actually 119 to 107. 119 to 107. I am pretty sure that is every round plus 2 knockdowns to Vasyl Lomachenko over Jose Pedraza. But Teddy Atlas, because he agrees with the score, I can only assume, has nothing to say about a 119 to 107 scorecard for Tom Schreck. Amazing. But in a fight against Deontay Wilder, where pretty much you could say the same thing for the first 5-6 rounds that you could say about Vasyl Lomachenko Pedraza for the first 5 or 6 rounds. Neither fighter did anything to really stand out in those rounds. You had one fighter moving forward who was Deontay Wilder and who was and Vasyl Lomachenko. You had one fighter moving backwards, landing your occasional punch in Jose Pedraza and Tyson Fury. But somehow, one judge finds a way to give all of the points to Vasyl Lomachenko, and another judge finds a way to give all of the points pretty much to Deontay Wilder. But Teddy Atlas got a problem with one and not the other. Vasyl Lomachenko should have won that fight, and the only reason I think he won that fight convincingly was the 2 knockdowns. And that's it. But I'm going to respect, but notice the difference in the treatment of Vasyl Lomachenko versus Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is bloody robbery, right? It's highway robbery. It's complete and utter highway robbery. Vasyl Lomachenko not a peep. The coverage of the fight by ESPN. Now, these are 2 different networks. And I'm telling you, ESPN got it right for their champion, because that's what it is. ESPN is top rank. Vasyl Lomachenko is the guy that ESPN is pushing. There was not a single highlight, Jose Pedraza highlight, not a single Jose Pedraza highlight shown that entire fight, despite the fact that both of Vasyl Lomachenko's eyes were nearly closed at the end of the fight. If not nearly closed might be a minor exaggeration, but they were both very red, very inflamed, and cuts over at least one of them. But somehow, Jose Pedraza didn't do anything worthy of getting a highlight. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, had one swelling over one eye, minor swelling, and I say compared to Vasyl Lomachenko, that was minor swelling over one eye, and he got beat half to death, according to Teddy Atlas. And see, here's my thing. This is why I think it's important to say it, to bring this up, because when a fight goes the way Teddy Atlas wants to see it, everything's on the up and up. But when a fight goes the way that he doesn't want it to go, then it's nothing. It's pure and utter corruption in the sport of boxing, and that's unfair to Deontay Wilder, or it's unfair to Jose Pedraza. But one or the other, it's unfair to. You look at the coverage that people give to Jose Pedraza, even the way I read this article where somebody asked a question of Jose Pedraza, right? Jose, how did it feel to be in there and survive against the great Vasyl Lomachenko? You survived. I'm like, are you kidding me? Not only did he survive, he slapped Vasyl Lomachenko up. But where's the media coverage about robbery? Where's the media coverage about, Vasyl Lomachenko's exposed? Where's the media coverage questioning Tom Schreck and Tom Schreck's 119-107 scorecard? Not existent, man. And it's not going to exist because it's a double standard. And I talked about this in a live stream, but I think a lot of this has to do with the way that Top Rank handles media and the way that the PBC handles media. The same people that will blast Deontay Wilder will be ringside for Deontay Wilder's next fight with press passes. If anybody that blasts Vasyl Lomachenko for his, if you're not Dan Rayfield, you're not going to get a press pass, or you're not going to get an access to interviews with Vasyl Lomachenko. The reason that those two things are covered so differently is, in my opinion, inherent in the relationship between the promoter and the media. Teddy Atlas is a member of the media. Teddy Atlas is willing to blast on somebody who doesn't work for his network and call into question the veracity and the competency of refs in fights that are not covered by his network. But the minute that he did that on ESPN, with Top Rank, because he had done it before on ESPN, but once ESPN really started paying attention to boxing, he's no longer covering he was no longer going to be in the booth with Tim Bradley for Lomachenko fights, because he might have actually said, "Wow, Pedraza's landing a lot of punches. Wow, Vasyl Lomachenko's defense is lacking. Vasyl Lomachenko's defense looks very suspect because he's very, very easy to hit as long as Jose Pedraza's not sitting down on punches." You know, all of that stuff. But I just wanted to go through that because I just find it really ironic. Not ironic. I mean, it's obvious the way, but just 1 week to the next, how Vasyl Lomachenko can get dang near both of his eyes shut, get hit on a regular and steady basis by Jose Pedraza, but yet win on one judge's scorecard, win every round of the fight. And Deontay Wilder basically does the same thing. Gets 2 knockdown, gets a draw, was not ever significantly beaten in many of the rounds were even rounds. Not get credit for those and get criticized for it. And the refs get criticized for it. And the media and the coverage, just the way that the coverage on ESPN was. If Deontay Wilder was an ESPN top-ranked fighter, you might not have known that Tyson Fury ever landed a punch. Because the only proof that Jose Pedraza landed a punch on Vasyl Lomachenko was the fact that both of Vasyl Lomachenko's eyes look like they did, and there was no way to avoid that one guy's at a press conference with not a mark on his face, and the other guy's in a press conference looking like he just got slapped around with a wrench. But anyway, it is what it is. You know what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.